Welcome back to the channel. Donald Trump gets exposed, part 6. Don't vote for the guy, vote for Kamala because he does suck, and this is why. Let's dive right into it.
Said over and over again that you were robbed in 2020.
Yeah, totally.
How do you think you were robbed? Everybody always cuts you off. I'm going to
They
allow.
do. Well, they not only cut you off. Well, what I'd rather do is we'll do it another time, and I would bring in papers that you would not believe. So many different papers.
And I'm sure all the MAGAs are going to believe the papers that he has that ended up being non-conclusive evidence and not working when it went to trial. But
That election was so crooked. It was the most crooked election.
Okay, but give me some examples of how.
Well, let's start
Okay.
on the top and the easy ones.
Okay.
They were supposed to get legislative approval to do the things they did, and they didn't get it.
they were supposed to get legislative approval to do the things that they did. But MAGA, you guys are eating up. Yeah, the things they did, they didn't get legislative approval, those things. Yep.
In many cases, they didn't get it.
What things?
Anything. When they
Legislative.
Anything. What things? Anything. All things. Everything. Of course.
Approval
like
of.
for extensions of the voting, for voting earlier, for this,
Right.
for all different things.
For voting earlier, you have to get legislative approval for voting earlier, extending voting. What does he mean, extending voting? He's talking about mail-in ballots. Mail-in ballots has been a thing. Especially because of COVID. Earlier voting? What, you can't vote earlier? You can't... I don't know what Trump is talking about, I'm not gonna lie.
By law, they had to get legislative approvals. You don't have to go any further than that. If you take a look
He has nothing, so he was like just throwing out random stuff. Then he says, "You don't need to go further. Just believe me, because I'm your cult leader."
at Wisconsin, they virtually admitted that the election was rigged, robbed, and stolen. They wouldn't
I heard the case in Wisconsin, from what I've been told or from what I've seen, and you can fact check me in the comments. And if you do fact check me, best believe I will fact check you. But I don't mind being wrong because I haven't looked this up. But from what I've heard is that Wisconsin did overturn this ruling.
give access in certain areas to the ballots because the ballots weren't signed. They weren't originals. We could go into this stuff. We could go into the ballots or we could go into the overall. I'll give you another one.
Are you going to present
Well,
this
let me-
ever? Like, what do you think? Like,
Let
in
me
a,
just give you one
Okay,
more
go ahead.
before.
Doesn't want to answer the question.
51 intelligence agents come up that the laptop was from Russia. It turned out to be totally false. It
51
wasn't.
former intelligence agents, right?
They say that made, I don't believe it's this much, but it doesn't have to. I lost by I didn't lose, but they say I lost, Joe.
Intelligence agents, right?
They say that made, I don't believe it's this much, but it doesn't have to. I lost by
I lost, but he knows he lost. He knows he did.
I didn't lose, but they say I lost, Joe. They say I lost by 22,000 votes. That's like 0.1%, less than that. It's a tiny little thing. 22,000 votes spread over that's spread over this period. So, 51 intelligence agents lied. They lied. They lied. They knew it was. It was Hunter's. It was from his bed. It was Hunter's laptop. They said it was created by Russia. Russia. It was the Russia
Right.
hoax.
He just was rambling, and MAGAs are gonna eat that up. Oh my goodness, he was just rambling. But don't worry, I got another clip for you.
Trump wants to take away some birthright citizenship. Do you agree with him on that?
Yeah, I really do.
Birthright citizenship's been a constitutional right since
Birthright citizenship. People who are born in the United States are automatically given citizenship. Trump and JD Vance says, screw you. You don't deserve to just be a citizen just because you were born here.
1868, when Congress nullified the Supreme Court's 1857 Dred Scott decision that ruled black people weren't citizens. Birthright citizenship guarantees that people born in the U.S. receive citizenship, regardless of the parent's nationality. It was adopted after the Civil War to secure citizenship for former slaves. The Supreme Court later confirmed the interpretation of the 14th Amendment that birthright citizenship is unequivocal in the 1898 Wong Kim Ark case. Trump said he'd end it through an executive order on his first day in office. Most experts agree that the president doesn't have authority to end birthright citizenship because it's literally in the 14th Amendment of the Constitution. But there's no predicting how a 6-3 conservative Supreme Court could alter interpretation of the 14th Amendment if given the chance. If that happened, the consequences would be far-reaching for all Americans. It would lead to all parents having to prove their children's citizenship, causing the government to have to verify every newborn baby's parents, a costly and intrusive process. It would also create a permanent underclass of unauthorized people that could span generations with no ties to another country. Some kids could end up stateless, with no citizenship from the US or their parents' home countries, leaving them without basic rights. And on top of all of that, an analysis by the Migration Policy Institute found that it wouldn't even reduce illegal immigration. MAGA Republicans just want to take us further and further back, and we can't let them.
Yeah, but I'm sure MAGA is going to say in the comment section, you know, we should do this. We should make sure that they are a natural born American. Only Americans. Oh, man. Y'all are getting more and more racist. That's tough. That is tough. With that said, I hope you guys enjoyed. We're just exposing Donald Trump more and more. Doing our due diligence. With that said, subscribe, like. Hopefully we can move past this Donald Trump era and really talk about legitimate solutions so I can start cooking the Democratic Party again. Because that's what I want to do. That I want to cook Democrats and Republicans. I want to cook the fact that the 1% is getting richer. I want to cook the fact that health insurance is ridiculous. There's a lot of things to be very critical about. But Donald Trump is an outright terrible, terrible person. Simple as that. With that said, hope you guys enjoyed. You have a good one. Take care. Peace.